Hi, and welcome to Lynes on Design. Yes, it's a glorious spring day. I am here with my friend Beth Drake, and we're talking about real estate, but we're really talking about design and real estate together, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
One of the things I remember, and I told you this before, is the very first time we interviewed, you have a design background, number one, and this is really interesting. She sees in 3D, which means most people see in 2 dimensions, but from a design point of view, she can actually envision what a space is going to look like, no matter what, even if it's on a flat plane. I so remember that. It was really fun.
Yeah.
So tell me about the real estate market in today's world. It's a changing, dynamic place here in the Low Country.
It is. Our inventory is so low. Of course, everybody knows that because South Carolina is the number 2 state people are moving to,
And we know
in the
why.
whole country.
Well,
Right.
exactly.
Our beautiful weather and everything else. Hilton has 99% built out, which means there's no more new homes per se. And so either you have to tear down an old one, or you buy something like this house. The owner of this house bought this and completely renovated it. So she was willing to take the time to do that, and she has like a new home.
Exactly.
Up to date. Yeah.
She's standing over
Yeah,
here
she's
watching
standing
us.
over
They're
there
like,
watching.
yeah, we can
But
go
it's
work.
beautiful, and so you'll see from the photos when I listed this home of what it did look like, and then fortunately she had the vision to see what it could look like, and that's what a lot of people need to do today because you know.
And not to interrupt you, but I think, it's easier for me to pitch what you all do. I think one of the things that's really impressive about someone who has a design background and is in real estate is the ability to help a client through what can be a little intimidating when you're going to buy a home. You know, if it's, and it is funny, if it's the wrong color or the wrong decade, all right?
Right.
People will be like, "Ooh, I don't know, I can't see it." Do
They
they rely
can't.
on you? How can you help them?
Well, I help a lot of times by just like I know a lot of renovators and cabinet makers and painters and everything else. And so when I'm showing a house and it needs updating, I'm saying, you know, for $30,000 we could redo this kitchen.
Okay.
If it's say the bathroom, it's old.
Yes.
I've got the tile people, plumbers. We can get this redone for $10,000. So you can either overpay for somebody else renovating it, where you're getting multiple offers, like I was mentioning earlier.
Exactly.
We put an offer on a renovated house, and there were 7 offers.
Wow.
And we went way above list price. Whereas you can get one that needs some work for 4 or 5 months and get exactly what you want.
And I think that's the key. I mean, it's really interesting. First of all, the view here is phenomenal. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to go in between Beth and I talking and showing you photos that you have of the before in juxtaposition to what it looks like now, which is amazing.
Yes.
First of all, when we were in this living area, let's talk a little bit about what you experienced in the before and after.
Right. Well, you can see from the before pictures that this was a 3-sided fireplace that is so out of date. And I see this in a lot of the homes that were built in the 90s. They enclosed the other side with sheetrock, changed up the fireplace, put shiplap up there, and you can see it's just a totally different look of an updated place. And it's a focal point.
What's interesting to me, Beth, is not only is it updated, but it's very classic.
Right.
I'm not sure I would be able to identify when it was done. I want to walk into the
Let's walk
kitchen
over
because
here.
I think this is
fabulous
amazing.
kitchen.
Yes. Go ahead.
Fabulous.
Yes. Look at the old picture first, and that's, I'm sure, what we're showing. And now look at this.
Look at this. You've got the contemporary modern island.
Yes.
They completely changed up all the appliances to make it more functional.
Okay.
Before it had a sink over here in the corner, which was just so outdated. So they put the sink here in the center. They changed the refrigerator, made it more fun to cook.
User-friendly.
They've got the like you said, the golden brass is coming back into style. And people are they're mixing the stainless steel with the brass and quartz. It's so popular.
This is the best, and you can't kill it either. I think it is a gorgeous, gorgeous, updated look. And just to think, I bet it was hard to envision when you came in initially and the kitchen had
old raised. It was. And now look at this view they've got. And so this kitchen obviously was more than $30,000.
Right.
But so if someone paid, for instance, say in Sea Pines, you buy a house that's 1.3, it needs renovating, you put $200,000 in it, and you've got a $1.7 million house now.
Oh my gosh.
So the money that you put into it right now, because of the lack of inventory and that our island is already built up, you're going to get that money back.
Oh, I love this. I'd
Yeah.
love to see. You told me that the master
Oh,
suite
the
is gorgeous
master.
too.
Yes,
Let's
let's go
this
over
way.
that
All
way.
right, perfect.
And look.
Oh, Beth, this is
Oh.
gorgeous.
Isn't this unbelievable?
I don't know where to look first. First of all, I have to say, look at the old picture.
Right.
Wow.
We're standing right where the tub was,
Yes.
the jacuzzi, and the shower was over there. And you can see from the photos, there was a glass wall, and this was kind of a workout room. So it was so outdated before. And the
This is-
vision of this.
It is phenomenal. First of all, from a him and her point of view, I love the idea of really the separate vanities, and then with the column in between, I think it's such a great use of space.
Right.
And again, well, you're so designy. I love all this stuff that, yes, look at this.
It's just like HGTV right
It
here.
really looks like HGTV.
And we were talking earlier, a lot of people are getting their ideas from HGTV and Pinterest, and you know,
Exactly.
and all you have to do is come and show your contractor this is what you would like, and it can get it done.
It's funny from an interior design point of view. People are like, ooh, does that bother you? I love it because I feel like you get a much better visual. I don't have to read minds, and you know that,
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
And I think what I like about the spaces that they've done too is although they've integrated a lot of the grays, they've grazed it.
Right.
Okay, so there's a lot, right, it's a lot of the creams,
neutrals.
the neutrals, all the blending between the whites, very monochromatic, very coastal.
Very
what are you
coastal.
seeing people want from a real estate point of view?
They want the updated like this.
Okay.
They like the quartz is real big.
Okay.
I've been seeing some of the colors going back to the neutrals.
Okay.
And
Yeah, me
getting
too.
away from the grays.
Yes, me too.
So I think that's coming out, and the grays are kind of, you know.
Yeah,
Don't
ebb
you
and
think?
flow.
Yeah,
I totally do.
Right.
Do you find that people are still interested in big master bedrooms, kitchens? What are the focal areas for people now?
Well, right now, everybody wants an office.
Okay.
Which
Oh,
this
yes.
place has one upstairs.
Okay.
You know, because they're either homeschooling. But we're fortunate here that children are actually getting to go to school.
Oh, I got a new
You
word
know?
for we are
Right,
exactly.
right.
Oh, I got a new
But the
word for
office.
you. So a friend of mine who's a builder, Brian Quinn, said, "Guess what? I'm doing houses now with remote learning stations." And I was like, "That's code for." Like
For
offices,
homeschool. Right,
yeah,
right,
exactly.
right.
But we've been doing a
So-
lot of really interesting ones with desks on hinges.
Interesting, so they come up.
Exactly. So it can look like even a window seat, but the desk will pop up.
Pop
so
up.
there you go, remote
Interesting.
learning stations,
Right, and people working from home. My husband's still working from home.
Is he? Oh, that's
so over a
wonderful.
year. And so you're going to see a lot more people, at least I do. They're moving here.
Okay.
Which,
Yes.
with the demand, they're working from home, and they're not going to be going back to their offices in Manhattan or Boston.
Are you seeing a younger group moving here because they have the flexibility?
I am. I've been
Okay.
selling a lot to people in their 40s.
Oh, have you
whereas
really?
2 years ago, it was mostly 60s.
Yes.
So I think Hilton Head is turning into a very dynamic island versus a couple years ago.
Well, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it
stuff.
is.
Are people interested in outdoor living like they used to be too because of all of this?
They are in pools. You know,
Pool-
pools are about a year and a half out.
Are they
A lot
really?
of the pool companies because of the outdoor space.
Ah. So
Yeah.
when you're talking about renovations, again, do people take advantage, not in a bad way take advantage, in a good way take advantage of your expertise?
They do. I've found a lot of people that see me online
Yes.
and read about my background. And so when I'm walking through a house that needs to be renovated, I do. I let them know this is what we need to do. And it helps with when I list homes as well.
Okay.
You know, you basically get a free stager.
Well, good point.
Just
This
because
is what
I
it
know
can-
what,
yeah.
when I'm listing a home, I
Exact-
know what people want to see. And because you're hiring me to list the home
If
and to
people
sell
need
it.
to track you down, I know where to track her down. Call me. Can people find you?
Really, my cell phone.
Okay.
If anybody Googles Beth Drake, you'll see me all over the place on the
That's true.
internet.
That's true. And she really knows her stuff. And again, I think, you know, there's more to selling real estate than just knowing the property. There's knowing, having a vision. And I think that's
and
something that
helping
you,
and helping your client find the right home
for them.
And most of the people that I work with down here, it's their home. I mean, it's gonna. I want to make them happy. I want them to like the neighborhood, the community, and I'm happy to help recommend people that can make it theirs.
You are definitely user friendly. Thank you for joining us. Stay with us. There's more to come on Lynes on Design.